Okay, so I think we're going to start a new series. Once a week, we're going to do a plastic chair talk where I sit in said plastic chair and I talk about something, anything of my choosing, because I need to post, or not need to. I want to post a rant style video or a belief breaking video or an emotional storytelling video once a week. And this is how we're going to do it. Okay, we're going to sit in a plastic chair anywhere. It doesn't really matter, and when we're just going to talk. Today's topic is gratitude and the importance that practicing gratitude daily and thinking about what you're grateful for multiple times a day, at least once a day though, the impact that it has on your life. For me personally, I didn't really start practicing gratitude until like regularly, probably after I graduated college. Regularly, that's a hard word to say. After I graduated college, because I'm sure there's a lot of you people out there that can relate, but post grad life is kind of hard sometimes. You kind of, at least when you're in college, you have somewhat of a structure, you have somewhat of an idea of what you're supposed to be doing, and once you graduate, you kind of just like get thrown to the wolves, right? You have to get a real job that you probably don't even like, just so that you can pay bills and live somewhere that you're not going to stay forever. At least that's how it is for me, and that's how it is for a lot of the people that are my age that I talk to. And it's hard, honestly, because everybody nowadays feels like they have to have everything figured out because of social media and because maybe, our parents and people before us seemed to have stuff more figured out when they were around our age in their 20s. But the times are changing, and it's okay to not have it all figured out. And one thing that made me realize that was, or maybe not realize, but accept that, was practicing gratitude. And now it's a part of my daily life. I do it all the time. I write in a journal, not every day, completely honest, like once or twice a week, whenever I feel like it. Whenever I'm like, oh, I want to write my journal, I write my fucking journal, talk about what I'm grateful for, talk about what's going on in my life, what I'm struggling with, that sort of stuff. But I used to do it every single day because I was struggling a lot, like I said. Um, but practicing gratitude, it forces you to look at what's going well in your life, what you're thankful for, what you're happy about, versus, when somebody's depressed all the time and they're anxious and they're constantly overthinking and ruminating in their thoughts, you're more focused and worried about what's going wrong in your life than you are on what's going right in your life. So having this mindset shift and practicing gratitude is what's going to help you get this mindset shift, is what I was trying to say there. And I learned this trick back during COVID. Actually, I was going to see a therapist because I had really bad anxiety. I'm sure everybody did during COVID, and it was probably pretty normal. But he taught me a trick, and it's called GLAD, GLAD. And this was the best way for me to start practicing gratitude. Every night at the end of your day, you can either write down, say out loud, think in your head this phrase, GLAD. G, name one thing that you're grateful for. L, name one thing that you learned today. A, name one thing that you accomplished today. And D, name one person that you delighted today. And it really kind of, for me at least, helped me, like I said, focus on what's going well in my life, what I'm grateful for, what I learned, what I accomplished, and one person I delighted. And if you're anything like me, that last one is always the hardest. Who did you delight today? And that's something that I started practicing after I realized how hard that was, is going out of my way to make sure that there was at least one person that I could delight, that I did delight that day. And yeah, that's how I started practicing gratitude, was the glad method. And I still do it, you know, from time to time. I'll be honest, I kind of strayed away from it now. I really just, throughout the day, I think about what I'm grateful for. In the morning, I name three things that I'm grateful for. At night, I name three things that I'm grateful for. Um, like I said, I write them down in my journal sometimes when I do that. And that has been a huge difference maker in my life, because I'm much more aware of what's going good in my life. And trust me, I'm still aware of what's going bad in my life and what I need to improve upon and what I'm stressed out about. But instead of ruminating on it constantly, you can just take your mind off of it and ruminate on the good. You know, I'm going to try to keep these videos around, I don't know, 10 or so minutes, because people's attention spans are fried. And a 20-minute video of me ranting like this, nobody's ever going to watch all the way through, which is okay. I'm still getting better at practicing talking like this. I feel like sometimes when I talk, it's kind of like word soup, because my mind is moving at a million miles per hour and I'm not always exactly sure how to say what I want to say. And then the next thought comes along and then I forget what I wanted to say. So, working on it. Although I have gotten a lot better, I will say. I've been posting on social media for a little over a year now. And I do want to say that I have gotten a lot better. Here's to continuous improvement, I guess. Um, but yeah, um, gratitude is by far, whenever somebody, I get pretty often on Instagram, I get DMs, or when I do my Q&As on Tuesdays and Saturdays, I always get at least one person telling me that they're struggling with their mental health, that they're anxious or they're depressed or having trouble with mentality stuff. And I pretty much always tell them the same thing. And that is exactly what I'm telling you guys right now, is to practice more gratitude and think about what it is that you're grateful for, and stop worrying so much or ruminating so much on, like I said, what's going wrong in your life. At the end of the day, it's really that simple. It's not easy, but it is simple, like the famous Michael Smoke, Higher Up Wellness, always says. I'm going to practice this with you guys live right here. I don't know what I did. I pressed a button on this thing, but I'm going to practice this live right here, right now with you guys, okay? G, one thing I'm grateful for. I am grateful for all of the wonderful, supportive friends and family members that I have in my life, who are supporting me and my brother in our business and everything that I do with social media. That's a true blessing. One thing I learned today. Fuck, what did I learn today? I had to have learned. I definitely learned something. And it can actually be anything. So this is an example. Today I learned that the new Red Bull spring flavored cherry sakura is really fucking good. So try it out if you haven't. The white, it's a white with red can, pretty tasty. Today I accomplished a lot. Actually, I'm pretty proud of that. But I filmed a lot of Instagram videos. I'm filming this video right now, and that's it for today. And delighted today. I delighted Today I delighted a stranger on the internet who DM'd me, and I gave them some good advice and told them to keep going, and they said that my posts are extremely helpful for them. So that means a lot to me. And then we're going to go into the three things that I am grateful for today, besides the one that I already said. The first thing is going to be my bikes. I'm looking at them right now. They're right behind you guys over there. So It's number one. Number two, I'm grateful for my twin brother, Johnny, because without him, we would not have this business and we would have never started it. And the third thing that I'm grateful for is my health, my ability to wake up every day, to do what I love, and to move my body to true blessing. So that's going to be it for this short rant style video. It's going to be a regular thing, so keep an eye out. Maybe every Wednesday I'm going to be posting them, and they're only going to get better. I know this one was kind of all over the place, but hopefully you learned something from it. Hopefully you understand the general idea of the point of this video, and hopefully you have many things that you are grateful for. See you next time.